Oh, yeah. G'day folks, this is the Coffee Bush Kid in Central Vic, and I am back to this old dwelling site. Some of you might remember I've played here with the, well, I can't actually remember which equini I used, but it was definitely the 800, more than likely I've swung with the 9. I've cherry picked. I've gone over it with an 11-inch coil, I've gone over it with a 6-inch coil. We have found silvers and all sorts of delicacies. And there's been many a detector swung over here. We can see some of my old buddy iron finds down there. We've got the, you know, the builty up area here. Links to the old ones will probably be in the description below. Thank you, Viv. And so today we've got this site all ready for the Manticore, but I've got a bit of a prediction. I've been over a couple of sites now with the Manticore of spots where I've prepared for it with the other Equinox detectors, and I actually haven't found much. So my prediction is just that. I may not find much here at all, but we'll give it a go. I've been putting it off till I've had a bit more experience under my belt. Today I deem the day. This might only take a day. I might come back here a couple of days. Who knows? We'll see how today goes. It is late afternoon, so more than likely if I do come back, it will be another day, funnily enough. But I do still have areas around. I've had pennies. I think I got a token up there, robbed hide one. But yeah, just this nice little area. We'll hit it with the Manticore and we'll see what we can find. There's the dwelling site. I've only just turned on, I've got a target, but I'll take you through what my settings are. So, my volume's on 20, I don't need it too loud. Hearing's okay, and it's not too windy. I'm in all-terrain general again. Maybe if I do that, that'll be better. I've done my noise cancel, -2 is what it said I want. I've done my ground balance, 15, not as mineralised as up in Yakandanda. I've put my recovery speed at 7. I know it's a trashy site. The stuff isn't that far down in the ground. Yep, and that's all. That's all we need to know. But just here, I've got that funny one. So, big black dot. But if we put the pinpointer on, small target. It's right under there. Are we going to say it's a buckle? Don't know. One way to find out though. And let's do that. Ooh. So we know it's about there-ish. So I'm going to come back. And the ground will be a bit hard. But of course I've had me the old stealth spades fixed. Had a bit of a tighten up, so my head shouldn't fall off, nor should the one on the spade either. Ground is dry. You might recall sometimes we've been here and it's been as sloppy as soon as you dig a hole there's water in it. Today is not one of those days. Sounds like we're just down in there actually. Rightio. Hang on, pinpointer. Wants to say I'm a little bit off. Anyway. Oh, it's all over the shop, isn't it? If we do that, that's the one I was looking at over there. Still showing quite a few bars down. I know that there's some other stuff over this side, so let's actually rightio. Where I want to say it is. Oh. We might be out, so that's not a bad thing. This is taking a little while. Anyway. Interesting. Rusty old nail. That's what was giving us the target, I reckon. Yeah, I think that's it. Still, let's have a look at that for a moment. There we are. It was deep. It was near the ferrousy side, more so than the non-ferrous, and it was a fair ways down. So for finding that, that's not bad. Anyway, we'll see if we can find something just a little bit better on the next hole. Well, who knows what's happening here. Here's our hole that we just dug the bit of nail out of, and then I swung over it, as you should do, and look at that one. Straight on that non-ferrous line. So getting rid of some rubbish. Let's just see that there's something else there. So let's dig down on that one and see what we've got there. It might only be a button, could be a suspender buckle. Wouldn't be one of my shows without it, would they? Let's have a look. Right, something down in there. Rightio. You know what? I'm going to switch you off. I'll come back when I've got it out. It'll just save a hell of a lot of time. It is funny how you can be obsessed with something. Oh, it's, it's down there. It's in there. It's in there. But if you actually have a proper look, you silly daft fool, you'll see it's actually there. So there we go, that'll be a halfpenny. Whose I don't know yet, probably Vicky's. But I've been over this area. We've all been over this area. I'm still actually not up to the building site yet. And there is a coin that I have missed. So that is actually very cool. We'll clean it up, we'll see what we've got. Well, there we go. A Vicky Bunhead halfpenny. And what year, I hear you ask? Let me tell you. 1872, which fits the activity in the area really, really nicely. So there we go. There is a coin out of a whole lot of stuff, going over my hole again, as you should do. And I found it with the Manticore. And I thought I would have done this area quite well with the Equini. So that's Knox's, I suppose. Anyway, we'll take that. We'll keep going. I wonder if I left a silver behind. Who knows? Well, I've got it wide open. There's no discrimination. And there yeah, it hasn't changed over the time. There is still a hell of a lot of plip-plop here. But I'm going to dig that one. Because when I go at 90 degrees, I've still got it. I reckon it's a piece of lead, but potentially it could be a gold ring or something like that. And as we are on an old dwelling site, the chances of something like that being dropped can be high. Oh, I've gone down into something there. No. Let's see what we've got. Should be out. Yep. Somewhere down in there. Somewhere there. Let's see what we get. Did that get off? Oh yeah, there we go. Furniture stud, a little bit of brass. Yeah. Oh, that was interesting. A little bit better than just a blob of lead. We picked it out, but in saying all that, oh, just turn it back on here. I'll just take you for a quick run around, especially back up here. You know, there's just lots of signals. And they're all over the place. You're trying to bloody... Oh, yeah, maybe no, because it's so bloody deep. Most of the time, when it turns out, you know, all the bars down, it's just iron. And we're just trying to decipher. You get something that sounds good, you go at 90 degrees to it and it's just silent as. Which, with any of the equinoxes, you just go, oh, that's iron. I have dug it a couple of times, and that's exactly what it is iron. So this is going off its face over everything. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. There's a lot of sounds in the ground that you've got to sort through. Even with something as great as a 2D screen, you still have to make your decision. You should be digging everything at the start to be able to work up a working knowledge of what you're actually looking at and what you're listening to. But repeatable targets will always stay at the forefront. If you don't get a repeatable target, I sort of don't really bother unless it's a funny sound. And I know that's a funny thing to say, but sometimes you will just dig it. In fact, I just think I buried my bloody target. Oh, I'll get that back out of the ground and we'll keep going. Alrighty, I got a signal just there. I'm going to say this is done. So the whole embankment of the footprint of the house is done. I was just doing the edge here and I got, sorry for this, Jim, I got an 8 that intrigued me. Yeah, gives a good signal. Now, there is something round, just there. Oh, don't tell me it's a bloody rivet. Oh no. Oh, that's cool. That's very interesting. So, I think that's a pulley actually. Let's do this. I think that is a pulley due to the fact it's got a wheel in the middle of it. That's pretty neat. Don't often find them like that. Anyway, there might be something written on it, but we'll catch that up in the wrap up, I reckon. Let's keep going. Well, out of there was it was an 811. Boop, 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 boop. And there we go. A button, I tell you. It's a plain one. It's a 2-piece job. There we go. We've got one. All we need now is a suspender buckle, really, isn't it? Anyway, we'll take that. We'll keep going. Well, I've got a few signals down here, but this one has definitely taken my interest. See, nice solid. It is small in area, so we'll give that a go. But there are some other ones close by it. They might just be ghostings. They might be other good targets. There's only one. Oh, there we go. And I can tell you what it is. Straight from here, you folks should be able to know what that is. I'm going to say corset fastener straight out. Right, down we go. There we go, look at that. And that's exactly what it is. That's cool. Now that's an interesting design. You see it's got the fold over tabby bits. Maybe instead of riveting onto a piece of steel, they've bent the eyes over. That saves a process in the manufacture. That's cool. It's a nice solid one too. Anyway, we'll put that in the container and we'll keep going. Well, out of this hole here, I got a 25, 26, and I got a bee after me, and we got that. And yeah, that's not very interesting, is it? Till you turn it over. And it's got all that on it. Don't know what it was. I know, some sort of fancy suspender buckle or something like that, who knows. Anyway, it's interesting and we'll keep going. Well, there's the road, there's the fence, there's power lines. And just right here is this. That's the one. We've got to see what that is. And it is just right in there. So we're a little bit down, that's fine. Let's see what comes up. There we go, that should be about the depth. Will it be a coin of some description? What's it gonna be? It's in there. Oh, let's do this again, shall we? There we go. It's got to be in there, doesn't it? Yes, it does. How cool's that? A halfpenny, and it's a commie. Now, let's... if we do that... 1931. There you go. That's well out of date for everything else we found around here. But, nonetheless, a very cool find. Don't mind that. We'll take a halfpenny all day. In fact, we've actually taken two. So, we know that that's going to be George. There he is, old son. But that was a very, very definite signal. 1931 halfpenny. Very cool. We'll keep going. Well, before we go home, let's get this one, shall we? It's nice and solid. What are we, a couple of bars down? Rightio, let's do this. What's it going to be? What is it going to be? I reckon it's going to be that. Now, is that a button or is that a coin? It's a button. Yep. And it's a plain Janer with the little frilly knurlingy type pattern on it. There we go. Lovely little one. Won't have any ID on it. Still gave a good signal. It was there. It wanted to be dug and we dug it. So, this might be the last one for the day. But, we'll see what happens. Oh, walking back casually towards the ute. And I got that. And that is one flattened out teaspoon. No markings on the back. I don't reckon she's silver. Anyway, we'll keep going. Just in there, in the 50s. We'll see what it is. Who knows? I probably will detect my way back to the ute, but pretty much. Oh, look, there we go. What have I got? Is that a 4-hole button? Is it? Oh, is it a button? Not a 4-holer, but a shanked. And that should have something on there. It feels heavy. We better have a clean up of it. We are back, and unfortunately it's a clear one. Nothing. No, I don't think there's anything on there. I think that's our imagination. There is, however, writing and gilding work on there, whether it says triple best gild or some bloody thing. Double gild. It's a nice button, but that's it. So we're going to say goodbye to this place. I'm going to detect on the way back to the ute. It's supposed to be really, really hot, but I am getting spat on. So who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, we'll take that and we will see what happens. If I don't find anything, I suppose I should say it has been interesting being out here. There's our little site there. We've certainly got some good stuff out of it with all the different machines. Well, that's it. We've come to an end. There's a march fly on the Manticore. How close can we get to this bugger? There they are. Anyway, we have run over that area with the Manticore now. I did get that 1874 or 2 or whatever it was, halfpenny. That was a surprise. Got a lot of other bits and pieces there. We only got the tack really out of the building site. So I've done a fairly good job with the other detectors. Still good fun to play around with this, learning it all the time. Still the same thing, a lot of flip-flop in the ground, shows you that on the 2D screen. But look, we've had a good time. We found more than what we had beforehand. So yep, I think we will let that place rest in peace now. So anyway, keep in mind, always good to fill in some of your day detecting. Remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. And we'll catch you next time.